Hey everybody, good to be here with you. If you can see my screen and hear my voice, please go to the Webinar Jam questions box and type in what city and country you're tuning in from. And if you want to join us on Facebook Live, then go ahead and click the link that I put in there. So it's facebook.com/like Bret. Just click on that link. That'll take you over to Facebook and you can join us on Facebook Live. It's kind of fun, all the fun interaction that we get on Facebook Live. I mean, you can go there on your phone. You can watch it on your phone while you're here on the webinar. Hey, Mark from Australia. How's it going, my friend? And for those of you who are just tuning in, go ahead and tell us what city and country you are tuning in from. And then go ahead and click over and join us on Facebook Live. And I'm doing a simulcast right now. And so what that means and what that looks like is I am doing a webinar jam, and I'm also sharing my screen on Facebook Live with, and I'm doing that through Zoom webinars. So I'm running Zoom at the same time that I'm running Webinar Jam, which soaks up a lot of computer resources, but it is something that is working. Well, most of the time it's working, except for the fact that I need to share my screen on Zoom. So hold your horses there, folks. I gotta find my Zoom control where it allows me to share my screen. And as with, the only thing I can't quite always figure out with Zoom is where the controls, sometimes they go behind the screen. Oh, okay, here we go. I found them. So I will be able to, there we go, share the screen. Okay, so now we should be able to share the screen on Zoom through Facebook Live. Well, we'll see if it actually goes through. Aha, it worked. Okay, so here's what that looks like for those of you who can only see this on Webinar Jam. You can see it here on Facebook Live. Hey, Maria Kellis, how's it going? And so if you want to pop over from Webinar Jam to Facebook Live, all you need to do is go and put in the URL, or just click on the link that I just put in there, facebook.com/like Bret. I'll give it a shout out to Brendan from Brisbane and David from is it Mandurah? Wow. And Maria is from San Francisco. Hey, Maria. Hey, Sharon from Campbell River. Hey, is it Milas? Did I pronounce that correctly? Oh, Milis. Malis. I messed it up all over the place. I apologize. You guys are awesome. Thanks for being here with me. And if you want to get a ton of free exposure, ask your questions on Facebook Live. Hey, Judy from Maryland. So if you want to get a ton of free exposure, go to Facebook Live and ask your questions there. The reason why is the last time I did a Facebook Live here, I'm going to see how many video views we got on our last Facebook Live. It was pretty substantial. And because what I do is I turn the Facebook Live into an ad after the webinar, and it gets seen by thousands of entrepreneurs. And if those are the people that you are looking to get in front of, if you want to get in front of small business owners, coaches, authors, speakers, you can put in the comments into the post. Put your questions there in the Facebook Live post, and you'll get seen by a whole lot of people. Okay, so we're going to talk about today, we're doing a series right now on Facebook ads and how to have a really profitable Facebook ad. And the Facebook ads, what we're going to talk about right now is the viral Facebook ad. And I'll tell you specifically, what that means and what that is and what that does, how it works and all that good stuff. And but we're going to focus on how to create an ad that goes viral and just gets tons of likes, comments, and shares, and create an ad that when you turn it into an ad, it goes really crazy. It gets lots and lots and lots of likes, comments, and shares. So if you want to know how to do a viral Facebook ad, go ahead in the questions and write the word viral. So if you want to learn how to do a viral Facebook ads, write the word viral. And if you really want to get seen by a whole lot of people, our last one got seen by 35,000 people. So if you want to get seen, and here I'm going to show you, just so that you can see that that's legit. So you see we do this every Tuesday, and this was the last one that we did here. So you can see here it reached 35,000 people, and it wasn't even, you can see, not boosted. It reached 35,000 people and got 10,000 views. So if you want to you know, get some free then just go to the Facebook page, which is facebook.com/like Bret, and write your question on Facebook Live there, and that's where you get seen by a whole lot of people. Maria Kellis is doing it right now. So, all right, then if we have here, let's go back to talking about the viral Facebook ad. So first off, when it comes to creating your own viral Facebook ad. And thank you for those of you guys who wrote the word viral in the questions box. I'm going to recommend you guys go to Facebook Live. Do it on your phone. You know, you can just pop over to my page on your phone and write the word viral there, and then you'll get seen by a whole lot of people in the comments. All right, so the viral Facebook ad, what we're going to work on here is how to make your ad more cost effective while getting 10 times to 100 times more clicks. Okay, so the first thing is there's not just one piece to making an ad go viral. There's many pieces here. And I'm just going to talk about it piece by piece. Okay, so one of the pieces, and I would argue one of the most important part of the pieces, is the visuals. And you know, of course, it could be a video. Now these days, it could be a slideshow. We're just going to focus on still images just for simplicity's sake. And when you find the right photos, you find the right image, it can get you 10 times to 100 times more likes. Okay, and when you run an ad, the ad that got 100 times more likes perform a lot better than your ad that didn't. So take these two pictures for a moment. They're both pretty pictures of waterfalls, okay? And they both have this, you know, kind of a soft water effect, you know, with the way that they took the picture. But this photo on the left, we posted it on one of our pages that has, you know, 500,000 likes. And we posted it, and it only by itself got 16 likes. So it didn't go really viral. It did not get lots of likes. But this photo on the right, it's also a photo of waterfalls. It's a pretty photo of waterfalls. Got 4,873 likes. Got 97 comments and 234 shares. Guess which photo will perform better in an ad? If you guess the one on the right, you're correct, because it's already gone viral. There's something about that image on the right that people just want to click on and they like. And you know, I can sit here and speculate as to why people like the photo on the right, but the reality is I really don't know. I mean, when I ask people, the only thing they say is it's a feeling. It's something about when they look at the photo on the right, they get this emotion that evokes some much higher degree of an emotion than the one on the left. And that's the one that people click on. So when you use the photo that got the most likes, comments, and shares in your ad is likely to perform much, much better, okay? So where do you get some of these photos? Okay, so I'd love to have you put in the comments, where do you get your favorite photos? I'd love to hear from you. Where are you getting your favorite photos? So if you're on Facebook Live, go ahead and put in the comments, and I'm going to recommend, if you're on Webinar Jam, pop over to Facebook Live and put it in the comments there, because you will be that's where you're going to get seen by a whole lot of people. So one of my favorite places to get photos is Flickr. All right, so that's flickr.com, flickr.com. And then you can go / Creative Commons. All right, so what that means is if you're on flickr.com / Creative Commons, what that means is that it's right now currently listed as anybody out there can use those photos. You do not need to ask anybody's permission. You can use those photos. So let's see, Mark Davis says likes to get the photos off of Google. Sharon Ann Marshall, hey Sharon, likes to get them off of Unsplash. That's one of my favorite websites. So if you're there, tell us what website you like to get your photos off of. Flickr is just one of my favorite. I do love Unsplash, what Sharon mentioned. But Flickr is awesome because it has over 60 million Creative Commons photos. Actually, you know what? I think that number is really low. I think it has more like 200 million Creative Commons photos. Okay, and so in this example here, what I did is I put in the words nature images in the search up there on the upper right-hand side. And then on this left-hand side, you can filter, and you can click this drop-down filter, and it says any license or all Creative Commons or commercial use and modifications allowed. That means if you select that filter, any one of the photos that pop up, you've already been given permission to use. You can modify the photo. You can put your web URL on the photo. You can put text on the photo. You can pretty much do anything you want, and it says commercial use, meaning you could sell it. You've already been given permission to do that. The only thing you have to do is follow the Creative Commons rules, which usually means you got to give credit to the photographer and provide a link back to where you got this image. But that's it. And so I love Flickr for that reason, because they have so many different images that you can use. So if you have a favorite website as to where you get your photos, go ahead and share it on Facebook Live there so we can take a look at it. Here's another place that I like to get photos. Now, I purchase photos off of this website. This is a good website to purchase photos. It's 123RF. So you go to www.123RF. And by the way, there's lots of photo websites like this, like adobestock.com is a huge one. And there's just tons and tons of places where you can go and buy photos. But there are some times when I know I'm going to use a photo for an ad, and I'll go to 123RF, and they have this cool thing where you can filter with popularity. Okay, and many of the websites have this. And so if you click popularity, you can find the one that already got the most likes, and then you can just buy it. You know, and some of them are very affordable. Usually I buy like a package where I'll go and buy, 50 or 100 images, in one package. Jeffrey Lee says, this is one of my favorites, sitebuilderreport.com /stock up. Thanks, Jeffrey Lee. If you guys have a favorite website, go ahead and put it in where you like to get photos. Go ahead and put it in the chat, because this will help everybody. So, important getting the right photo. And then here's the last and easiest way, setting up a Facebook ad. They have stock images. You can see it's powered by Shutterstock. So when you set up a Facebook ad, you can just, in this example here, you can go ahead and type in nature, and you can, it's my understanding, you can use any one of these photos for your Facebook ad. And I think you should always click and read these advertising policies. But essentially, the photos that are listed in the ads, you're allowed to use. It's powered by Shutterstock, so you can just select the ad. So the last thing is, if you would like, I have also put together some Facebook ad templates. So if you're interested in getting my viral Facebook ad templates, you can do so. You can download it. But if you're interested in it, go ahead and write the word template. if you want my viral Facebook ads template, you go ahead and write the word template. So what I did is I went and put together my top all-time most viral templates. And I've found that you know, I've got 2.4 million likes across 4 pages, and I went through and I found the most viral images for the last, you know, 5 years, 6 years of accumulating all these likes, and I curated them and I put them together on a template that I can give you. So Sharon Ann Marshall's writing template, David Holland's writing template, Mark Davis is writing template. Okay, I'll share that with you. You can go to here. Let me just copy and paste this for everybody so that it'll be easier. I think I have it here. Let me make sure. I'm going to pull it up on the tracked customers now / hang on just a second to pull that up. I just want to make sure I'm on the right one. Yep, it looks like I've got it here. So I'm going to share that in the Facebook Live post so you guys have the URL. You can grab that over on the URL. And for those of you guys who are still on Webinar Jam, go ahead and pop over to the Facebook page here. I'll give you the link, but pop over to the Facebook page so that you guys can write your comments on Facebook and get seen by a whole lot of people when we turn this into an ad. The last time we did this, it got seen by 35,000 people. Okay, so you're and okay, so here we go. Ruth Clarence template. Yes, thanks, Ruth. You're welcome, Sharon Ann. Okay, great. So keep going. So Margie, I just put the Facebook page link right below your post. I'm going to put it in here again. So click on that Facebook link, Margie, to get over there. And then you guys will be on my Facebook page, and you'll see where we're doing these posts. Okay, so let's go to the next section now. Now we're going to talk about how, once you get these photos, how do you figure out which one is your viral photo? Okay, so I have created a way to figure that out that I call the photo album stack. All right, this is how you test which images are most viral. Okay, so it looks like this. And on your Facebook page, the photo album stack lives on your Facebook page, not your personal profile. Photo album stack lives on your business page, not your personal profile. And what we're doing is, this is my #1 way that has gotten us, you know, 2.4 million likes across 4 pages. So it totally works. You just got to try it, and it can be a lot of fun. But it's great when you're collecting all these awesome photos that you can use. Now you got to figure out which one is the best photo to use for your ad. And this is a super simple way to do it. So the photo album stack. So it's like it sounds. You're going to stack multiple photos into one album on your Facebook page. Okay. I like to put 4 or more photos in at a time. All right. And so you'll see it has a 4-image layout. And then one thing that happens when you put the photo album stack together, right away it will say boost not available. Found is sometimes in less than 24 hours, the boost post button becomes available. And then you can spend, you know, $5 or $10 boosting the post to get lots and lots of likes, comments, and shares, so that you can see which images will work best for you. Like to see a demonstration, write the word demonstration. If you want to see me do an actual demonstration of this on my Facebook page, write the word demonstration. And I'm going to see if I can do this on my big Facebook page here, which is my yoga Facebook page. And what I'm about to show you, you can do this on any kind of Facebook page. You don't have to have a yoga Facebook page. I have a yoga Facebook page, and I have a Costa Rica Facebook page, and I have a Facebook page called Bret Gregory with my name on it. In fact, you know what? Actually, now that I think about it, I'm going to start off, first time I'm going to give this a try, I'm just going to do it on my here. So give me just a second and I will pull it up and I'll just show you how you do it. This is incredibly simple, but what we're going to do is we're going to test the most viral ads. We want to see which image is going to be the best image for our ad. So it's really simple. Okay, so I'm here on my page. All right, so you can see this is my Facebook page. You can see we've got 260,000 likes on the page. And because I use Business Manager, I'm going to click on Business Manager for this. But if you don't know what Business Manager is or you don't have it, don't worry about it. It doesn't affect this in any way, shape, or form. You don't have to have it. You don't need it. I just happen to own a Facebook advertising agency, and so it makes sense for me to use it. So here we are on the page. Now, when we do the photos, you can see here your page. We've got, I could click here, share a photo or a video. So if you've never done this before, so Sharon Ann Marshall saying demonstration, David saying demonstration, hey, Vivian, hi, Ruth Clarence, they're all saying demonstration. So if you've never done this before, the very first time, click share a photo or video, and you click share a photo, and you'd upload, you can see here, I can upload photos or videos, or I can create an album. So if you've never done this before, you click create a photo album. That's it. You just click create a photo album and you start putting photos in it. Then the second time you do it, so as in 24 hours later, you're going to do this again. Now you're going to put photos into an existing album. So you got to get to your album. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to click on photos. All right. So I'm going to get, and this is where the albums live. So you click on photos first. All right. And that takes us over to the photos. And it's going a little bit slow because we have a lot of people on the webinar, and it's slowing down my computer resources. But here we go. So I'm in the photos, and now here's where my albums are. And there's my buddy Sean Stevenson. So I'm going to click on this album, upload photos into this album. So remember, I'm stacking photos into an existing album. I've already started this album. So I'm just putting photos into this new album. There you can see my buddy Evan Pagan and Callan Rush, my friend Lisa Sasevich. So I've stacked all these photos into this album before, but now I'm going to stack a few new ones. So I'm going to click add photos right there, okay? And now I'm going to take some photos that I like. Let me see if I can find my photos that I like. I think I store them here in screenshots. Images I like. There we go. So in this one, I'm not going to put I can put any photos I want. So we're talking about finding viral photos. So let's first do this. I'm going to look for, here, let me, kind of hard to see, but I found these photos on some of these websites that I was mentioning here. So let's see, I like photo, and this was a viral photo. This one was as well. And let me just find one more. This one's pretty cool. Now that I think about it, I think I like photos a little bit. I'm going to select those 4 there. And I'm just going to choose 4 photos. So you don't need more than 4. And 4 is because that is how it lays out on Facebook. So I'm going to now click open. Just going to upload those 4 photos. All right, it takes a second there. Now they're uploading, and these could be any photos. These could be the viral photos that I had, or when I just put on a live event and we had tons of people there, and I took a bunch of selfie photos with other people. I could put those photos up. I could put any photos up that I wanted to. But what we're trying to do right now is we're trying to find the viral photos, and so. These are the viral photos that I got off of the websites that I was just mentioning. And so I'm going to test these 4 photos in the photo album stack. So I uploaded them, and if I wanted to write something, I could. Let's say if you have a Creative Commons photo and you need to give a link to give credit, you can just copy and paste the link in there. But now, in these cases, I actually purchased these photos, but you don't have to purchase the photos. You can get Creative Commons photos. And now I'm just going to click post, okay? And that's it. So it's 3 steps simple. So let's just recap. Step 1, you click on photos. Step 2, you click on album. Step 3, you upload the photo into the album. You stack the photos into the album. And now what I'm going to do is go back home. Okay, so I just put the photos up, and now I'm going to go back home, And let's go take a look at the what it looks like on our page. All right, so let's go take a look here, and we're going to scroll down a little bit. So we just completed it, and I'm probably going to have to scroll down a little ways because I got a bunch of stuff on my page here, posts that we had done, and I have a pinned post, the one that's pinned to the top of my page. But here we go. You can see we added 4 new photos to the photo album. All right, so there it is. We just added 4 new photos to the album. You can see just now, it just happened, okay? And here are the photos. You can see there's these big, gorgeous photos, but here's the magic. 500 likes, 778 shares, 146 comments. There's the magic, okay? So I did this just now. I mean, you watch me do this. This was done 60 seconds ago. And you can see we've got 4,500 likes, 778 shares, 146 comments, okay? Here's the thing. And remember I mentioned, you see how it says boost unavailable? When sometime later today or sometime in about 24 hours, this little button is going to change. And it's going to change to allow the boost. And I'm not 100% sure why Facebook doesn't allow you to boost an album right away, but they do allow it 24 hours later. Not sure what the logic is there, but it really doesn't matter. What I'm doing now in this photo album stack is about 24 hours later, when this button says boost available, I'll boost the post for about $5. And what I'm trying to do, what I'm going for is when I boost the post for about $5 here is I'm going to share what it looks like when we go and boost a photo album stack post. When I boost the post, I boost it for $5. And you can see here in this case, for $5, I can, there's 1,700 people on the low side, 600 people we're going to reach on the high side, okay? And so for $5, I'll boost the post. And what that does is a lot of people, I mean, you know, thousands and thousands of people are going to see these 4 images, click the like button on the ones that they like the most. What it does is it helps me very quickly figure out my viral images. I'm testing the viral images so that I can use the best image on my ad when I go and create the ad. I found that this was the easiest, fastest, most successful way to test your photos first before you go and create them and turn them into an ad. So I'm a big fan of this. It works really, really well, and I want to encourage all of you to use it. So let me take some questions here and see who's got questions. So go ahead and ask your questions in the Facebook chat, Facebook Live. Jack says demo. Patricia says demo. Malise says demo. Dorothy, Judy, Robin, Gio, Dorothy, Margie. Thank you, everybody. So if you guys if you have specific questions on the photo album stack, go ahead and ask them. And then I'll be happy to answer them here. All right, I'm doing a little chat off post so you guys can, I'm sharing this Facebook Live here in a Facebook group while we're doing it. But here we go. So now let's go on to the next of the viral Facebook ad. Okay, so now we talked about how do you find, you know, an image, in the right kind of image can make a huge difference in getting lots more likes, comments, shares. I mean, absolutely enormous difference. So now, so Mark Davis says, excellent test, Sharon and Marshall. How do you get likes so fast when you just posted it into the album? Aha, that's one of the cool things there, Sharon, where here's kind of a little secret. I did not just get 4,500 likes and 778 shares and 146 comments in 60 seconds. That's not how it happened. The album already had 4,500 likes and shares and all these comments. I just stacked into the existing album that already had all this social proof. okay? And in, sometime in the next 24 hours, I'll be able to click this boost button is going to change, and I'll be able to click on it and boost the post, and I'll be able to spend $5 or $10 to get thousands more people to see these 4 photos, and then they'll click on those photos, and some of those photos they're going to like more than others, and that will help me. That'll help show which one is the most viral, or which ones are the most viral photos that we can then use on the next step, which I call the pattern interrupt Facebook ad. So yeah, it's a really cool way to make it work. And let's see. So here we go. So now, and by the way, for those of you who are sharing the video on Facebook Live, click the share button. I appreciate it, because that's you not keeping me a secret. So thank you for doing that. I saw somebody just shared it, which is awesome. Okay, so here we go. So now we're going to go to the pattern interrupt Facebook ad. So when we're doing a pattern interrupt Facebook ad, if you've ever heard of neuro-linguistic programming, sometimes called NLP, they talk, one of the NLP terms and phrases is called the pattern interrupt. And really what we're doing here is the intention is to get 10 times to 100 times more likes, comments, shares, clicks by creating an ad that is different than all the rest. Okay, so here's a couple of fun photos that I found when I did my photo album stack, and I was testing different photos. And over the years, I've tested thousands and thousands and thousands of photos in my photo album stack, and 2 of the most popular images. All right. And, they're pretty funny. The ducks on the right-hand side and the fantasy arrow archer on the left-hand side. And these photos just stood out. So when I was creating a ad, and I created so many different types of ads, what I discovered when I was growing my page and trying to get page likes, trying to get low-cost page likes, I was experimenting with tons and tons and tons of different images. I found that the images that had already gone viral, the ones that were in the photo album stack that got the most likes, when I used those images in my Facebook ads, they performed the best by far. They totally outperformed everything else. So here's an example of a pattern interrupt Facebook ad. You can see this is a page likes campaign. So it's a type of Facebook ad where we're trying to get page likes, real people to like our page at a low price. And we got these 2 ducks. And my text here says, like if you love customers. Okay, so now what is the pattern interrupt here? Well, one thing is, if you look at most Facebook ads, 99% of Facebook ads are created by people who are not professional marketers. They're created by people who they just want to get more customers. They want to get more visibility, but they're not professional advertisers. They do not have a significant background in running Facebook ads for themselves. They don't, they haven't had a ton of experience running lots and lots and lots of Facebook ads. And so what happens is most Facebook ads start to look the same, and they turn into a pattern. And in our brains, what we do is, if we're on Facebook for an hour, we literally might be exposed to hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of ads. I mean, I noticed on the side ads, there's 3 ads, and they switch every 60 seconds. And anytime you click to a new page, there's a new set of 3 ads. And I mean, literally, you could be exposed to 1,000 ads if you're on Facebook for an hour or even more. And so what happens is our brains start to tune that out, start to sort of look the same. They're a pattern. I want my ads to be completely different. I want to interrupt that pattern. So one thing I do is I use a viral image, and I know that the images that have gotten lots of clicks, they get more clicks when I run them as an ad. And then the other thing is, I see a mistake that I see a lot of people make is when they create an ad, they use every last character available to write. There's something like 150 characters in the title. and they use all 150. Well, I want to use as few characters as possible. So in this example here, I wrote like if you love customers. And the result of this ad, we got 315 likes for 12 cents per like. And these are all real people who liked our page. Here was another one where same kind of thing. We did the pattern interrupt ad. We got 751 likes at 12 cents per like. All right, so again, it worked out really nicely. Here is the biggest mistake that I see most people make when they're running Facebook ads, or in this case, this is a page likes campaign. So what I'm showing you here is what not to do. So let's avoid this mistake. So here's an example. Here's a typical ad, all right? And so I did this intentionally. I wanted to create an ad that looked like everyone else's. So I took an image that is actually on my website. I took a little screenshot of this part of my website. So it's this like professional image, which it looks great on the website, but it's not a great pattern interrupt ad. And I wrote a very logical sounding, I am a professional Facebook marketer. People hire me, our Facebook advertising agency, to run done-for-you Facebook ads. So I wrote, best Facebook marketing. Finally ready to make money on Facebook, Facebook marketing techniques that make money now. And who do I target? I target people who live in Southern California. Our office, when I'm not in Costa Rica or traveling around all around the world, we live in Southern California. So we're targeting people who live in Los Angeles, who are age 30 and older, who like small business, Stephen Covey, entrepreneurship, and so on. That's a very logical sounding ad. And that's the type of ad that the big mistake that I see most people make is they would create an ad very similar to this, and it looks just like everybody else's ad. And the problem is almost no one clicks on it. So here was the result. We spent $51 and we got 3 likes. That's like $17 a like. That's like the world's worst page likes campaign ever. But it kills me because I see so many people making this mistake. All right, so instead, we want to do something completely different. We want to do the opposite. We want to do a pattern interrupt ad. And if we're trying to get cost-effective social proof, if we're trying to get people to like our page at a low cost, I'm not going to target Southern California, the US is the most expensive place to market in the world. I'm going to target all the countries outside the US. And again, for the purpose of social proof, to get low-cost likes. Now, those people aren't all buyers, but that's okay. I found about 2% of the people who have liked our page are products. And we have 260,000 likes. So we have like, 6,000 or 7,000 customers. And we got those customers at about 3 cents per like in the long run. So when you create your ads, you want to test 2 versions of your Facebook ads. Excuse me. Let me say that again. You want to test more than 2. And Facebook makes it really easy for you to test different images and different versions of your ads. So you'll be able to upload very easily 6 images. You to remember that when you do this, every single ad that you create is a test. It's important to remember that most of your marketing won't work. It's important to keep testing until you find the right combination. But here's the secret. Facebook makes this really easy, okay? So many times I teach the techniques that you're learning right now, and I tell people, hey, most of your marketing won't work. You're gonna have to keep testing. So you're gonna need to do maybe 10 versions of your ad to find one that really works. And then somebody will come to me and they say, hey, I did that, Facebook photo stack thing that you taught me to do, and then I did a viral ad, and then I followed your techniques and it didn't work. And I say, well, how many ads did you do? And he said, well, 1. I said, well, remember when I told you to do 10? I said, yeah. And I said, how much money did you spend? I said, well, $5. I said, okay, great job getting started, but you're just getting started. You need to do it again. You can't just do it one time and expect to, hit a home run. So you want to test multiple photos, all right? So when you're doing this and you're creating your Facebook page likes campaign, Facebook makes it super duper easy to test multiple photos. So I'll show you a demonstration before we end today about how to do this. So when you go to advertise on Facebook, you're going to choose the option promote your page, but I'll show you how to do a Facebook page likes campaign. Okay, so let's move on here. While we're pulling that up, I'm going to pull up the global ad secret here. All right, so it is coming, and it is pulling up right now. Come on, where'd you go? Just a second. Aha, I found it. We're going to now move on to the technique that I call the global ad secret. And this technique got us over 2.4 million likes across 3 Facebook pages. And it's one of the most powerful techniques that I've discovered to get lots and lots of cost-effective social proof. Okay, so let's pull this up here. And here we go, global ad secret. All right, so if you want to see how we got, let's see, 2.4 million likes, go ahead and write in the questions box, or if you're on Facebook Live, go ahead and write the words global ad. I want to see how we did it. Go ahead and go on Facebook and write the words secret. All right, and so what we're going to do here is we want to lower your cost per like by 10 times so that you can attract real targeted global customers. All right, that's what we're going for. And thank you, Vivian, for writing the global ad secret. Thank you, Sherry and Marshall. And so this is an example. Here's one of my Facebook pages called, it's facebook.com/Costa Rica views. And it's one of the largest Costa Rica Facebook pages in the world. We have over 560,000 likes on this page. We use the global ad secret to grow this page to over 560,000 likes. And then we use this page that you're looking at right here to do over $1.5 million in sales to our super eco-friendly wellness community. Okay, so this stuff is a big deal, so you're going to want to pay attention to it. Here's another one. This is my yoga Facebook page, facebook.com/Costa Rica Yoga. We have over 1.3 million likes on this Facebook page. We grew it through the global ad secret that you're about to learn. And this Facebook page, what we do is we help yoga instructors and people who want to visit Costa Rica and go to a yoga retreat in Costa Rica. That's what this page does, is it helps those people find the right Costa Rica yoga retreat. And so, we believe, first of all, I love Costa Rica. I think it's just an unbelievable country. The people are amazing. And I love, there's a big, big eco-friendly tourism movement down there, and I really want to support it. And I really want to, I also believe that it's very healthy for people to go to this. So I love being able to use this huge platform that I built to do good in the world. We're bringing needed healthy tourism to Costa Rica. We're bringing health to the people who do it. So I feel really good about that. I really love that. And then this, of course, is my page. Again, we use the global ad secret to get over 250,000 likes on my page, and 3 cents per like approximately. And this page generates about over $60,000 a month in business coaching, done for you Facebook ad services. So this stuff works. It can generate real money, can generate real abundance that you can go out and make a big difference in the world. So let's talk about your stage one, how to start from scratch, and using the global ad secret. What I mean by this is, if you have a Facebook page that has not a ton of likes, then you're essentially starting from scratch. But we started from scratch when we began this. And so now we're going to be talking about how to develop your own cost-effective social proof, all right? And I'm showing you an example of an ad here that we ran, that we got 862 likes on our page for 17 cents per like, all right? And this is my business page. And I got the image here. You can see it's this cat doing yoga here, so it's sort of funny. And it says, like if you love customers. So it's a pattern interrupt ad. But it's important, sometimes people go, well, why are you running just like, silly, frivolous cat images to grow your page? And the thing is, it's not about being silly or funny. It's about, I tested the photos in my photo album stack, and this was one of the clear winners. I mean, out of the thousands of photos, this was one of the top ones. And so I used it in the ad. So what is, and sometimes people say, well, what does your, ad agency business have to do with silly cats? The answer is nothing. It doesn't have anything to do with cats. What it has to do with is what photo is the one that got the most clicks, and that was one of them. So when we're talking about the global ad secret, here's something that's important. When I went and looked at how many people and where people lived who purchased our online programs and where people live who had hired us as an ad agency, it turns out they lived all over the world. And when I first started this business about 6 years ago, 7 years ago now, I thought that never in a million years would anybody want to purchase my information products or want to hire me for my Facebook ad services. It just never occurred to me. But then something interesting happened. As I started selling my services and my information programs, people found me from all over the world from Facebook. And I started realizing that people in other countries were interested in our programs and teaching them how to, grow a purpose-based business starting a movement on Facebook. And so one thing I did is I went and looked at all the top countries. And now there's been 60 countries, people from 60 countries who have purchased our programs. And I just took a second, I did a little Google search, and I said, hey, let's list countries by what's called per capita GDP. That stands for gross domestic product. And all it means is the, sort of the wealthiest countries in the world. And like, for example, I didn't know that on average, somebody from Luxembourg, the average person in Luxembourg makes $88,000 a year. It's probably more now because that was back in 2012. The average person in Macau makes $87,000 a year. And by the way, we've had customers buy our stuff from Luxembourg, from Macau, from Qatar, from Norway, from Singapore, from Brunei. I'm not saying that those are my, top countries, but we've had buyers from every single one of those: Switzerland, Hong Kong, US, Kuwait, Australia, Austria. Never in a million years would I have thought somebody from the Netherlands or Canada or Ireland or the United Arab Emirates. We had I remember when I got my first sale from the United Arab Emirates, I was just blown away. But it turns out that it doesn't matter where in the world you live, that you can reach anybody, anywhere in the world. And so I love that, and I love that. And so my point here is that don't just limit yourself to your own city or to your own country. Expand your mind and broaden your horizons. And one easy way to do that is by using the global ad secret. So using more than just your home country to try and get likes in. So when you're going to create your page likes campaign, select, and by the way, this screen has changed a little bit here. So I want to make sure that I don't want to show you information. So let's see if I can pull up what this looks like in the ads manager here so you guys can see it. When you go to create an ad, they changed the layout. They change it all the time. So they change it all the time. So here we go. I'm going to show you this ads manager image here in just a second. I'll pull it back on the screen here. So this is what the screen looks like for when you're starting your Facebook ads. So you're going to click on engagement right here. So Facebook recently changed this to awareness, consideration, and conversion. This is the first page when you're starting your Facebook ad. And they said that a page likes campaign is now engagement. Doesn't make a ton of sense to me, but doesn't really matter. So if you click on engagement here. So I'm going to go ahead and select that. So you click on engagement. All right, so that's step one. What's up down below here is you have some options, and one of the options that you can choose is page likes. So I'm just going to take a quick screenshot, and then you click continue, and then you move on to the next section here. So then once you're on the next section, then you're going to be in the place where you can go and select your audience. All right, you're going to select your choose your Facebook page, and then you go and select your audience here. Now in this case, I started out by taking my top 5 customers, or let me say that again. I started out by taking my top 5 countries where I have customers. So for me, number 1 is United States. Number 2 is United Kingdom. Number 3 is actually Australia, not Austria. Number 4 is actually New Zealand. It is, let's see, US, UK, Australia, New Zealand, and Canada. And so those are my top 5. But you can see here, than that. All right, so I've listed, I think it lets you do 25 countries, but I've listed up to, a lot of countries here. And what you're first going to do when you're doing the global ad secret and you're creating your ad is you're going to, it'll start off, you select the countries first, and then you're going to have this ginormous potential reach. You can see 158 million. That is a huge audience. It's too large, in fact. So now we want to narrow it down a little bit. So the next thing is I can filter with people who speak English, because since my business is in English, I'm going to filter with people who speak English. And that brings the potential reach down to a paltry 59 million. And if I look and select people who are over the age of 30, so you can see, people over the age of 30 who speak English, who live in all these countries, that gets me down to 59 million. Still a large audience, but now I want to do some detailed targeting. So now I want to add in people who like Facebook marketing and Infusionsoft and Social Media Examiner and digital marketing and online advertising. Those are all people who would have the right kind of interests. I would like people who live all over the world between the ages of 30 and 65 who like these things to like my page. That's a good thing. And again, 98% of people don't become customers, but 2% do. And if I have 260,000 fans, I got 7,000 customers, and I'm pretty happy. So you can see here, will default in the connections. It will default to exclude people who like your page. That's what's supposed to happen. That's what you want. You don't want to advertise a page likes campaign to people who already like your page. You want to exclude those people. So it defaults to that. So you're all set there. And then in your budget, and you can put in $5 a day. You can put in any budget you want. And you can also show how long you want to run your ad set for. I usually run my ad sets continuously, and then I check on them once a day to make sure that they're still working, and then I stop them whenever I want to stop them. But in this case, you could also always click this other button and set a start and end date. So you say let it run for 2 or 3 days and see how it goes. That's fine. But everything else I leave at the default. This bid amount, leave it at automatic, and I'm not going to touch anything else. You got to choose a name. So in this case, my audience was 42 million people large. So I wrote 42 million global social media page likes audience. All right. Then I go to choose ad creative. And this is where you can go and select those images that were awesome. Or if you haven't done the photo album stack and you don't have those awesome viral images, then just get these awesome ones from Shutterstock. They're free and they're already included. So you can just grab those, and then you create your pattern interrupt ad. So you can see here it says like customers, and it's got this beautiful, beautiful photo. And then it's going to show you where you see these, whether you see them on your desktop or on your mobile phone, or what it looks like on the right column. Place the order, and then you will have a page where it shows you the images that you ran in the ad. is when you're selecting the images, it'll let you select up to 6 images. So what I recommend you do is go ahead and select all 6 images, and then you run the ad. And what Facebook is going to do is they're going to do the heavy lifting of testing for you. So you don't have to test them yourself. Facebook is testing them. Okay, and so in this example, we chose these 6 photos, and we ran the ad, and we just let it run for a while, and then we had these 2 were our winners. All right, so the photo on the left, like if you love customers, the same one on the right, like if you love customers. Okay, and here were the results. The photo on the left got 931 results at 12 cents per like. The photo on the right got 390 likes at 13 cents per like. So the photo on the left, winner. Okay, so that's the global ad secret. And you can see there, you know, again, getting 931 likes of real people who live all over the world, who are aged, you know, 30 to 60, who are genuinely interested in the kind of things that we do, which is learning, you know, teaching and implementing done for you Facebook ad services. That's a great result, and I'm very happy to have people from all over the world like our page. So go ahead and ask your questions. Go ahead and post your questions on Facebook Live, or post them in the Google Hangouts. And for those of you who are in the Google Hangouts, what I recommend is, if you haven't done so, go ahead and pop into the Facebook Live and make a comment in there, because I'm going to turn this into an ad when we're done. And you know, last time the ads got seen by 38,000 people. So click on the link that I put in the webinar jam, and you can go and do it there. Okay, so any questions that you have here on Facebook Live, go ahead and ask them on Facebook Live. And let's see, YK says, would you use optimization software? Well, Facebook does the optimization for you, so that is the software that I use. Melise says, should I manage 2 Facebook pages, one in English and one in French? You know, it really depends, Melise. If you have French clients and English clients, then go for it, if it makes sense. So thank you, Sherry Lee. You're so inspiring. Appreciate it. Thank you, Andrea, Margie, and Judy. Is there no disclaimer needed as all subscriptions? I don't understand the question, Judy. Okay, Jack Ensign says, I love your global ad secret. Thank you, my friend. Okay, everybody. You guys are awesome. Appreciate you, love you. And again, for those of you who joined us on Facebook Live, and you can always do a post in the comments here. This all got seen by 38,000 people. So I'm going to run an ad to this, and it's going to get seen by a whole lot of people. So please take advantage of that. And then please don't keep me a secret. If you got value out of this, just please write the word value. If you got value out of this, please write the word value, not veil, V-A-L-U-E. Write the word value. And please click the share button. Appreciate it. That would be an awesome way to not keep me a secret. All you got to do is click the share button. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to run an ad to this, and I'm going to show it to, again, our last one got shown to 38,000 people. So you're going to get seen by a whole lot of people. Okay, everybody, we're going to sign off. Let's see, Tonika said, what option do you pick when you want them to click to your website? Is that consideration, engagement? Actually, no, that is the, hang on, I'll just go back one here. That one, and we're going to actually do that next week. We're going to cover how to drive traffic to your website. And so that would be either a website clicks ads or a conversion ad. And we'll cover that next week. So with that, I'm just going to say thank you to everybody. You guys are awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Can't wait to see you again next week. Come back to our page, and we will do more super awesome Facebook marketing. Until then, do some radical giving, practice some radical giving. Go and give some reviews to people that you want to practice radical giving with. Go and help other people. Give value to other people. Go and help other entrepreneurs and support other entrepreneurs, and do so in communities. And that's, you're going to see that giving come back to you in a big way. So again, thank you, everybody. Much love. Namaste.